This is Moshe, the Electric Israeli, and thank you for joining my channel. If you're new, please subscribe and help me change the world one electric car at a time. Thank you to all of my patrons and those who order their Tesla using my link. Thank you, patrons and supporters. Your support is much appreciated. Consider supporting this channel. I am celebrating a big milestone. After only 10 months of ownership, I have racked up 30,000 miles on this amazing Tesla Model 3. I never drove so many miles in such a short period of time on any car I ever owned in my entire adult life, period, end of sentence. Anyway, so there's a lot of reason why this car have a lot of miles. I'm going to go through the main highlights, but I want to focus a little bit about the ownership experience for just a few major things. I'm not going to go over the technical stuff. I have tons of videos on how Tesla Model 3 works. You can find them, obviously. But I want to go, first of all, to the rated range. I have the 2018 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive, which came with 310 electric rated miles. Then there was a software upgrade to get it to 325. I never, ever, or rarely charge this car to 100%. It's not good for the car at any time, even if you go on a long trip. It's not necessary to have supercharging. But just for this experiment, I fully charged it to 100% overnight, and I got 316 miles. That's it. Which is basically, if you thought that this car really had 325 miles, which I never believe it did. I never believe it had 310 miles, because I think I charged it one time and it got to 308. I got hosed by 2 miles. What I'm saying is that this car now 316 rated miles, which is basically 97.2% of its declared capacity. So it's not too bad. Let's say this is the case. It's not too bad. 2.8% range loss. It's nothing. It's bupkis, as we say. So that's great. However, the real number, and that I tested many times. You can see many videos, especially on my long trip videos. I have in my playlist long trips, dedicated playlist for that. I can tell you, there are two numbers that are 100% true, and that is summer numbers and winter numbers, guaranteed. In the summer, let's take 100 miles as an indicator, because it's easy for the math. Every 100 mile rated range miles, let's say you charge your car to 100 miles, say the green battery 100. In the summer, local highway driving, you are going to get probably 92 to 94 real world miles. So you have a 6% loss, quote unquote, in real world versus what it says, which is phenomenal. In the winter, for those 100 rated miles, you get 70 miles, maybe even 65 miles. You lose 30 to even 40%. And in extreme weather, I'm talking about minus 20, which I experienced once, you will get maybe 50%, 50 of that. And that's why, and that makes me pivot into the awesomeness of the big battery. The big battery gives you tremendous amount of range. So when I again go to my playlist, I did a 3,000 miles Florida trip, and I always charge it to 300 miles because I had all my family and roof wreck and all that stuff. And for every time I charged to 300 miles, I got 200 real world miles. 66%. Okay, 33% were just a buffer. So that's what this car gives you. Now it's fun. I'm not complaining. It's phenomenal. It's great. It's phenomenal. But that's what you get with this car. On my real world experience, I drove it now 4 seasons. The next thing I want to report to you is the climate control. Winter, summer, phenomenal, cools very quickly, heats up very quickly. Cost of ownership, quote unquote, is negligible. This car, I serviced this, I did one service and I didn't have to do it, really. I didn't have to do it. It's piddly, really piddly. No need. Everything is software update. Electricity cost, you know, I pay 10 cents per kilowatt, and I charge probably 5 to 10 kilowatts every night. Okay, so let's call it 10. So but it's about $1 a night. So let's say, I don't know, 5, 7, 8, 10, let's say $10 a week max. So the cost of ownership is great. Now the only thing I spend money on is about $100, 70, $100 a year to switch from winter to winter tires to summer tires. I mean, to all season tires, because I live in mountains, and so that's what I do. So that, to me, the range, the climate, the cost of ownership is just phenomenal. That's why having a car with a big battery, it's incredibly important, because all electric cars, and I own the Leaf, I own the Volt, they use this similar amount of range in the winter, and that's what they get in the summer. So that's what you get, no matter what you do. That's what you get. These are the numbers. Now, how did I rack up? How did I rack up this amount of miles? I will tell you. It's very simple. I took 8 major trips. And major trip to me is 200 miles plus. One 3,000 miles trip to Florida. One 1,200 miles trip to Quebec City in Canada, and many trips to Maryland University, where my son goes. So that contribute to about 10,000 miles of the 30,000. The other thing, in the summer, this summer I experimented in Lyft/Uber driving, just to give rides to people, to get some YouTube subscribers, some people to use my link, and to make some extra cash. And that contributed to a lot. I don't know exactly, but at least I would say 1,000 to 2,000 miles of driving around and all that. And also, when you I can tell you that Tesla is a disease. When you have a Tesla, you always want to find reason to drive. Okay, I got it, I'm gonna go to the supermarket. So always like to drive. And also my wife's daily drive, she drives this car most of the time. My wife's daily drive to work back and forth is about 50 miles a day. So that adds up as well. But there's no maintenance to do. Everything is done over the air except for tires and windshield fluids. That's all. I mean, I do take, when I do the tire swap once a year, I do ask for just a little checkup to see that everything is good. So which I'm going to do again in November. So that's it. That's basically it. It's great. I mean, the range, like I said, the range, the climate, the driving experience, the cost of ownership. It is as it advertised. Okay, now if you want to know about autopilot, about other aspects, I have a lot of playlists on my channel that has really dedicated subjects for all of these, and that you can find them really focused on that, long trips and all that. It's all in there. Even a Hebrew version of it, I have a playlist. You can, for you Hebrew speakers, you can go there. Anyway, so that's that. If you have any specific questions, guys, put it below. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow in another video.